Hello, hello, and welcome to the Principal's Turn and Talk. Today, I am so excited to have the opportunity to sit down with the one and only Coach Burno, an amazing leader here at our school. And I'm so excited for you to have the opportunity to learn more about him. And I think I'm going to learn some things today, too, Coach. So, as we prepare to get started, let me ask the question I ask of all of our guests on the show, and that is, who is Coach Burno?
I'm a retired engineer
Mm-hmm.
who decided to give back to his community, even though I could have retired early and stayed at home
Yeah.
and propped my feet up. I decided to do something better with my life,
Mm.
like educating young students.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I could have retired by now the first time,
Mm-hmm.
but even before I retired, I wanted to do something in education.
Yeah.
So my wife said I could do it, so I did it, and I'm glad I did it. And here I am, 15 years later, still at it.
15 years. Is that all 15 years here at Shirley Chisholm Elementary?
All 15 years here.
Wow. So you've seen a lot of changes.
Yes, when I first came here, there was only about 200 and something students,
Mm-hmm.
and since then it's about doubled.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. What a legacy that you have here at the school, Coach. We all admire you. We all appreciate you. And not only are you a role model for the students, but you're also a role model for us as staff. Because, like you said, we can see it in everything that you say, everything that you do, how you want to definitely make an impact here, how you want to affect lives in a positive way. And we appreciate you for that.
Right.
Coach, tell us a little bit about some of the initiatives that you have led here at the school. And there have been a lot.
Yes. While here, I was asked to coach cross country. Also, we at some time we had an exercise class in the mornings. I think you remember that.
Yes, when I first got here. Yes.
We had an exercise class in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
which I led. And I also am a big science buff
Mm-hmm.
because I'm a retired engineer,
Mm-hmm.
and I've acquired a dummy, not a dummy, but a mannequin
Uh-huh.
for health reasons
Mm-hmm.
to explain the human body, and acquired a skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
And also I've acquired the microscopes for the school.
Mm-hmm.
Those I acquired also.
Yes.
And we still use those to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Still educating students 10 years later.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's also a program that was just reinstated after the pandemic that I had the opportunity to join you all for a competition. Can you tell us a little bit about that initiative you've led?
Yes, that's the GeoPlunge
Mm-hmm.
competition. It's a school-wide, I guess a DC-wide competition
Mm-hmm.
between middle schools and elementary schools.
Mm-hmm.
And I've led that for many years. I was asked by the previous um, two principals ago
Mm-hmm.
to start that.
Mm-hmm.
And I started that, and it's been going off and on for a long time. And we recently started back up after a few years off.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed going back and dealing with the kids and teaching them about the country and the geography of the country, and they get a lot out of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It was cool to see the competition and how the students were well prepared because you worked with them after school, sometimes before school, and again, you've contributed in so many different ways. Coach Burno, I want to ask you too, because not only are you assisting in the classroom with our neurodiverse learners,
Mm-hmm.
right? But also you have a leadership role with the union. So again, you wear multiple hats
Yes.
and you wear them very well. Talk to us a little bit about the leadership structure and how that's important for especially the people that you serve, the staff members that you serve.
Yes, about 4 years ago, we had a transition at the top of our union, ASME union, which is the union responsible for the paraprofessionals.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, I told the president, if you need me for anything, I'm here for you.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold,
knock, knock, knock.
the secretary treasurer moved on and became a teacher, I believe, or moved into a different job.
Mm-hmm.
It was no longer in the union. And he tapped me to be the new secretary treasurer of the union.
Nice.
And I've been doing that for a while. And it's kind of fits in my background because I have an MBA
Mm-hmm.
also, MBA from Howard University.
I don't think I knew that about you, Coach.
Right.
Okay,
I have an
great.
engineering degree from Brown
Yes.
and an MBA from Howard University that I got back in 1983, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Congrats, yeah.
Right. So I have connections with the Ivy League school and with a minority school.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. With our HBCUs, go Howard, right? I'm a Howard alum as well. So, Coach, again, there's many things that you could be doing in your retirement age, right? Let me ask you a couple questions about the day-to-day and what keeps you going. Like, what is it that you love about working with young people, working in our school, that keeps you showing up day after day?
I like to see our kids develop. I like to develop friendships with the students all over the school.
Yeah.
I worked in a SPED class, so I like to see the kids develop over the years.
Yeah.
Learn how to read, learn how to write, learn their math, and that really satisfies me. And I also like to develop kids physically, getting them in shape. Because I'm also, like I said, a coach of the cross-country team. And I like to see kids develop their own physical abilities.
Absolutely.
Some kids who didn't know they could run found they could run. So I like to have kids discover new skill sets, both in the classroom and outside the classroom.
Absolutely. What I'm hearing you say too is like this the whole child, right? So not only academics, but also socially, also in terms of their physical development. And it's clear that it's very gratifying for you, and you go above and beyond, especially with students in the classroom where you serve, to provide accessibility to more inclusive experiences. I think even just yesterday you went on the bus with a student.
Yes, I went on the bus with one of our students to a swim class, and I knew him before he moved on to 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, but I renewed that friendship recently, and I've gotten to know him in the pool as well as in the classroom.
Absolutely.
And he has put his trust in me, and his father has put his trust in me to take care of him.
Absolutely. His father the other day, what did we say? We called you Grandpa Burno? I think
Right.
that's what we said.
Right.
Grandpa Burno.
I don't mind that.
Yeah. So, it has been beautiful to see that Coach Burno is providing. He's not only going and chaperoning one of our students, one of our neurodiverse learners, on the swimming lessons that all of our 3rd graders attend, but he's also getting in the water. I think you're swimming with him.
I'm swimming with him.
Swimming with him.
Give me a chance to get cooled off too, along with him. I also have a daughter who's a teacher.
Yes.
She's been teaching for, I don't know, maybe at least 8 years.
Yeah. So she's been followed in your footsteps.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So Coach Burno also during the pandemic years, again, he's been with us for 15 years. So he preceded, my arrival to the school. During the pandemic, Coach Burno would make some amazing videos about little Joey.
Yeah.
You remember those?
Yes. It gave me a chance to tell the world about my upbringing.
Yeah.
And I told them how I grew up and how my parents raised me. And the kids got a kick out of that.
Yes,
as well as the staff.
And the adults, that's right. We did too. Absolutely.
Right.
During the pandemic, we did our best to connect with our students and with our families, and so our staff members. We would create videos, but I have to say that the Oscar goes to Coach Burno here. He created videos, again, storytelling. He created science videos as well. He had skeleton in a video, I remember as well. And also, because Coach Burno is very fit. Again, he coaches our cross-country team and started that team here at the school. But you also did videos showing folks how to, exercise and how to eat right and all those types of things. And so Coach Burno is the whole package, right? Just as he focuses on academics and he's, well-studied and also very concerned about making sure that we maintain our physical health. He can outrun all of us. I think with the Girls on the Run 5K, I know you've done that every year too, right?
I've done that every year.
So, and he wins, pretty much beats everybody. Folks who are, years younger than him, but he is leading the pack in more ways than one. So, Coach Burn, I think my final question before I just ask if there's anything else that you'd like to share with folks who tune in and watch this video is what advice do you have for the younger generation of educators who are striving to make a difference, right? You clearly teach and lead and work with your whole soul, right? And with your heart, and we feel your passion. So yeah, my question is, what advice would you like to give to younger educators to support their longevity in this work?
My advice would be to branch out, try different things, and see if you find an area that floats your boat, that you like the most, that will keep you going. Because I'm never fear branching out and trying different things. And usually it's something I like. And if it contributes to the development of a young child or a young student, it floats my boat. That's what I'm here for.
I love it. Be open to trying new things.
Be open to trying new things. Regardless of your age.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether you're male or female, try different things. And don't be too shy to try new things. So I've tried new things. I've gotten things for the school. I've developed myself. I'm keeping myself in shape, mentally and physically.
Yeah, you're so sharp. You're so sharp. That's great advice, because the only constant in life is change. So we got to learn how to evolve, how to grow with that. So, Coach, is there any final thing that you'd like to share about your work, or about any words of wisdom to share?
Don't be afraid of change. Each change is a new opportunity to do great things, and that's what I've gone by.
I love it. And it's been very successful for you, and that success ripples over to all of us here at the school. So, Coach Burno, I want to thank you again for your service here, for all the various initiatives that you've led, how you also support our team behind the scenes in so many different ways to make sure that we are showing up as our best to serve our students at such a high level, and for modeling this great example for us all. So thank you so much.
My pleasure.